Welcome along to Tuam Stadium. It's the first of a double-header today here in the what we describe as beautifully as the home of football. It is an absolute glorious day. Firstly, beautiful calm conditions, blue skies, pitch is looking absolutely immaculate as well here. It's a double-header in the Bon Secours Hospital Galway GAA Championship. And we'll start off in Group C for the meeting of, both games today actually. We're here in North Galway. Both games are both North Galway affairs as well. Firstly, it'll be Caherlistrane versus Monivea Abbey. And then a little bit later on, we'll have what many people describe as the tie of the round. Reigning champions Montbellier Law facing Anna Down. Certainly one to look forward to. But here, I'll be delighted to be joined by today by Kevin O'Dwyer. Kevin, welcome along. Beautiful day for football.
Yes, Jonathan, it is. Conditions are really good. There is a bit of a breeze. It's blowing across the field mainly. Won't really favour any of the goals, but it should make it a little bit awkward when it comes to long-range shooting. You know, people will have to be very careful about the direction of where they're putting their shots, because whether it's the scoreboard end or the town end, it is going to be tricky with that cross breeze. So, other than that, the conditions are perfect. The pitch itself is absolutely glorious. It's immaculate, and you'd have to hand it to Greg Leonard and the team here. They've done a great job in getting it ready. They had a match here yesterday and 2 matches today, and of course there'll be more matches again next week, and they're hoping that the condition will remain good all the way.
Absolutely. Let's just look at the team news in. Firstly, we'll start with the Caherlistrane team, and they show 2 changes from the side named in the programme. In goal will be number 16 Brian Keane. And then it's pretty much as we were the whole way through. So full back line of Cormac Handley, Shane O'Brien and Sean Kine. Then the half-back line will be Jonathan McGrath, Ian Glynn and Stephen Burke. Middle of the field then for Caherlistrane, Shane Bowen and Stephen Lawless. Half-forward line, Cian Darcy, who will captain the side. Centre forward will be Alan Morris, and joined alongside him will be Oisin O'Brien. And then the inside line, number 13, Liam Judge. Full forward, wearing 14, will be Rory Glynn. And then corner forward, wearing 20, will be Ronan Keneally. And they, of course, are joined and managed this year by a side that will be certainly joined us in a lot of co-coms over the years, Frank Doherty, a guy that needs no introduction.
The Doc.
The Doc. There we go. He certainly wasn't going to join us for co-com on this one today, and it was as talented as he was. A quick look then at the opposition is Monivea Abbey. And, of course, they are boosted by having Killy McDade return and pretty much missed the whole of the campaign last year for them with a broken arm. Has absolutely shot the lights out for Galway this year, and he is back part of the starting lineup for Monivea Abbey. That team in full then. In goal, Dennis Farrer, full back line of Jason Flaherty, Keith O'Reilly and Jamie Burke. Finan Garvey will captain the side from wing back. In centre back will be Keelan Murray. The other half back will be Lee Kenny. Middle of the field then, Trevor Mullins and Dara Burke. One change then to the name side. Number 20, Philip Muldowney, will replace number 10, Paul Flaherty. Killy McDade, who we mentioned, will start off on the 40. Expect him to roam a bit more, you would imagine. The other half-forward line then is Conor Dolan. And inside, Brian Moran, Matt Cosgrove and Owen Blade. Kevin, I think, you can't look for this game but kind of describe just how close an affair this will be. It's probably one that's a bit more difficult to call.
Yeah, and the thing about Caherlistrane, Jonathan, as you well know, that the most dangerous game you can play against Caherlistrane is the first game, because they always put in a great shift at the start of the season, and you can expect the same today. Now, we see that number 10 is Cian Darcy, but I'd imagine that the plan is to move him closer to goal and maybe play him in the full forward line and have a bit of height in there. So it probably would be Frank Doherty's plan to play the ball in, early in towards Cian Darcy and see what damage they can do. From the point of view of the goalie, Ian Ban is a great servant for the Caherlistrane side. It's a pity they don't have him today. His kickouts have always been very, very good. So Brian Keane will have a big pair of boots to fill there in coming in as sub-goalie from Monivea Abbey Knockmoy. Of course, Paul Flaherty is a huge loss to them, but Philip Muldowney is an able replacement. And of course, at the middle of the field, Trevor Mullins has been dominant. He's a big man. He's been dominant for many years now for the Monivea Abbey Knockmoy side. And as you mentioned, Killian McDade, I think one of the features about Killian McDade would be the fact that he didn't really get a run for Galway until the Mayo game. It was championship that he got a run in. And
that black card by Finian O'Leigh done in Castlebar.
That
really,
was it, yeah. And that brought him into the game. And from there on, and he grew and grew and grew. And he wouldn't have put in as much, we say, mileage as the other players. And so he'll be a bit fresher than most of the county players that are starting out this weekend. So you can expect a big game from him. Tossed in the middle of the field at the moment. The two captains are out there.
They are indeed, joined by match referee for today, Ronan McNulty, and we will have a minute's silent as well just before the game start. That is for Noel Hunt, grandfather of Caherlistrane and Galway player Jonathan McGrath. So we will, as I would imagine, we'll be pausing in a moment's time for that minute's silence. Both teams are lined up to show their respects.
Yeah.
I think we'll just expect an announcement here. So just pausing for that minute silence right now. And there we are. Minute silence, beautifully observed by both sides. So sympathies to the families involved there.
Monivea Abbey Knockmine won the toss. Fionn Garvey won the toss, and they've elected to play from left to right. So they'll be playing into the scoreboard end in this first half. And the breeze does seem to be slightly favouring that side. So it's it's a feature that they possibly are playing with the breeze in this first half. Just looking as well at Monivea Abbey Knockmine, see Keith O'Reilly back out there. He was a young player that had suffered greatly from injuries, but he's recovered from all those. And it's great to see him lining out again for Monivea Abbey Knockmine today. So, he'll be a bonus as well to that side. And it's great for him, as I say, because he had a rough time with injury when he was at underage. And of course, we'll remember that from Monivea Abbey Knockmine, Fionn Garvey and Caelan Mulry both played for Galway at underage, so there'll be nothing wrong with their particular experience when it comes to playing top grade football.
Now there's sprinkling of maroon on both camps here. We're almost ready to go. As you said, the first of the double header, and this one eagerly anticipated as well in Group C. And we are up and ready to go here in Tuam Stadium. Monivea on the attack straight away. The wind at their back. Looks like Killian McDade is going in full forward. He takes it quickly. First strike at the goal. It's a little bit just to the right-hand side and wide. But Kevin, we wondered with Monivea, what would they do with the setup when they have the breeze? It's very evident there. He was in around the house and ball in early to him.
Yeah, and he won a mark, and the referee blew the whistle for it, but he didn't stop. He went to play on and pulled it off to the right and wide.
Kick out taken now, out towards the right wing. It's well caught over there. Alan Morris takes the mark this time, drives it long. It's a good ball up towards Oisin O'Brien. He has a bit of a time now and space. Soul on it. Thought about the hand pass. Could just hold on to possession. McDade's putting a lot of pressure on there. Ends up on the floor. I think they overturn it. They have. McDade's gone a little bit deeper at the moment. His turn to drive it in towards the house. Breaks up, but breaks wonderfully over there. Still goal. Keep going is the call that you can probably hear in the background. Switch a play out to Muldowney. He strikes it left-footed. It's high, but it's the second wide for Monivea Abbey. Two wides in quick succession, just over a minute of play gone. But Monivea looking to get forward lively here and what we've seen in the opening minute.
Yeah, and a good turnover there in the middle of the field from Killian McDade. Just got in around the player in possession and took the ball off him, and then they worked it well. But we did mention, prior to the game starting about the breeze being a little tricky, and it's shown that so far.
Booted up the pitch again. Both kick-outs so far going long. It's up towards Morris again. It's his second time to catch it. Second kick-out. 100% accuracy so far from Caherlistrane. They drive it in towards the goal. It's a good turn over there. Ronan Glynn now pops it off the shoulder towards Liam Judge, but it's a bit scrappy. Bobbles on the surface, but Judge picks it up at the second occasion. He's going to need some support. Starting to cross it up. Will they try and cut across the other side? It strikes in left-footed. It looks good. It is good. A brilliant score there. It's going to be Caherlistrane off the mark here. Starting to cross it up.
Yeah, Ronan Keneally is the man that got that one.
Strikes in left-footed.
Fair play to him.
Looks good. It is good. A brilliant score there.
Really good score from a tight angle.
Very tight angle. Most people would try and work it across goal. Seems to be an issue with the crossbar in the town end. Goalkeeper. Dennis Fairley. I'm not quite sure if it's back in McHale Park in the Roscommon game. But
I think it's the net, actually. It's a problem with the net.
There's a gap there that someone might exploit. We saw Salt Hill get a goal yesterday evening in Pearse Stadium that just pretty much landed on the crossbar. But Sean Lydon's effort made its way past James Keane. It was a decisive second goal for Salt Hill Knocknacarra as they got their first victory of the campaign off to the perfect start. But here, a little bit of a pause in play, but it's still Caherlistrane, thanks to that Ronan Keneally effort, who lead by a point to no score. Lots of runners left, right and centre here from Monivea Abbey. Lee Kenny is all alone in the middle of the field if they want to go there. They've gone over this side instead. Up around the houses, it breaks again towards Owen Blade. Pops it off the shoulder to Lee Kenny. Now he's driving through on goal. Moving over to the left-hand side, gobbled up, hits pressure. He needs to get it out of there, but he does well. Comes around the house. Recycles it as well, back towards Brian Moran, but again more pressure. It's half booted away. But Moran picks it up at the second occasion. They spread it nicely. McDade is in the pocket. Seen him score from distance, but just puts it out towards Blade. Half thinking about the shot, lines it up. It was going to drag a bit into the goalkeeper's hands. Brian Keane, first time to get some ball in his hands from play, and he's fouled and he quickly wins a free out. But Monivea a little bit sloppy so far in terms of their shooting. Caherlistrane not wasting any time here. Starting to move their way up the pitch. Sean Kine now making a good bit of ground. Nobody really putting any pressure on him. Solo is a bit askew. Allows pressure to come in. Bodies left, right and centre. Eventually it's a free out, but it's a lot of work rate so far, Kevin. There's, every time the ball goes into contact, it's a hit with bodies.
Yeah, Alan Morris is doing very well so far for the Caherlistrane side. He's won a lot of the kickouts.
McDade coming through here on goal. He's eaten up the ground, pops it behind, outside of the effort there from Brian Moran. I think it's another wide. It is. That's going to be frustrating now for Garver McDade.
3 wides and 1 short in 4 attacks. So that'll tell you, so far from the Monivea Abbey Knocknacarra side, they have, any amount of possession, but they're not converting it into scores. And they're not taking their chances yet.
The other side, Caherlistrane pretty much got forward once and scored a beautiful effort there from Ronan Keneally. The difference between the sides at the moment. Some more run and repairs happening out in the middle of the pitch. But we are ready to go again. Out here in front of us, in the front of the stand here. Scrappy, but it's picked up over there by Stephen Lawless. Now he's looking to drive forward. He has a couple of bodies on his shoulder. He's half stopped. Harsh enough call there, would have thought. It looked like there might have been a foul, but Monivea get the turnover. They're looking to take it quickly. Just a pause and play at the moment. But his team captain, Finan Garvey, who takes a little short pass to Muldowney. Patience on the ball, just playing it in front of us here, in front of the stand. As they head down towards the scoreboard end. Edging forward, a bit of a stray solo again, but it still remains in Monivea possession. Coming forward again is Dara Burke. It's another sort of a solo that goes askew, but it's picked up there by his teammate. Garvey infield to Muldowney. Hand passes it in, but it's a bit stray, it's a bit of a stretch. It'll come back now towards Dolan. He takes an effort. This one looks better. It is better. We're level pegging here. Beautiful score there, just inside the 45. He watched his teammates put a couple of efforts askew, 3 in fact. But we're level pegging. Almost 6 minutes of action gone here in Tuam Stadium. A point apiece, and that was a great score, Kevin.
Yeah, it's a great score and was well worked. And I'd have to say the captain was well involved in that. He won the ball on the left-hand side down here, Finan Garvey, and made his way up along the right-hand side. And, got involved again in the play, worked the ball well, and they worked it into a bit of space and into a target area where they could have a shot.
Caherlistrane win the breakout in the middle of the pitch here. A lot of bodies there, but Caherlistrane still leaving bodies forward. We saw, I'm sure you noticed as well, Kevin, yesterday when you're at games, a lot of teams will leave everyone back. Caherlistrane leaving at least 2 up there. They're on the attack again here. Liam Judge skipping away. He's a lot of room in front of him, but he decides against the shot. It's a strange enough hand pass, but it makes it through. Along a bit of a daisy cutter, it comes back towards Darcy. Will he take a shot? No. Just recycling the ball, back towards Judge again. Tempo gone from the move at the moment. Back towards Éanna Glynn. Taking his time, soloing, looking for options. Might go for a little bit of a run himself. Gives the ball off there to Oisin O'Brien, gets it back. It's Glenn coming again. He takes a shot, white boot effort, and not even wide. It's picked up there by Dennis Farrer. Pops a pass quickly down the line towards Jason Flaherty. Now he has room in front of him. Again, it's another solo gone astray. Allows the effort to come in from Judge, but he gets it away. Muldowney will battle for this. Does very well. Yeah. Now it's starting to open up, and he has Blade on his shoulder, but he's still going towards goal. He's going to meet territory now. Goes back towards the full forward. It strikes in. It's just about on the right-hand side and wide. Matt Cosgrove's effort just tailed away. Probably the closest of the wides they have so far, but it's still their fourth wide.
Yeah, it is their fourth wide, and the breeze is coming from our side here and blowing towards the scoreboard side. So I thought that ball played just outside the right hand of the post might curl a bit, and it didn't. It just stayed out in its trajectory and went out wide.
Out in the middle there again, but it's picked up by Dolan. Now he's driving forward. They like to run this. Back towards Cosgrove again. Will he shoot again? No, he just holds it. Goes back to his midfielder, Mullins. He takes a high boom and effort. This one looks good. It is good. Monivea in front for the first time here in Tuam Stadium. 8 minutes of action gone. Monivea Abbey, 2 points. Caherlistrane, 1. Monivea do have the elements, but they're probably playing all the football as well at the moment. Definitely the abundance of attacks.
Yeah, great left-footed kick there from Trevor, and that's what you can expect from him. He's a big man, as I say, out in the middle. Now, the surprising thing is that Caherlistrane have been dominating the middle of the field, but the possession is being dominated by Monivea Abbey Knockboy.
Restarted again. It's under a high booming effort out in the middle of the pitch. Breaks, scrapped. It's won again. And there by Dolan. He's getting a power of breaks out the middle. His attempt to ball in is blocked by Lawless, and this could be an overturn now. There's space inside. Darcy's all at home in front. But he's been sucked out of it now. Still go. Bodies colliding off the ball. Both sets of teams are looking bewildered at Rona McNulty, but if a decision is got here, this is black card territory, you would feel. Any sort of a collision off the ball usually gets the most stringent of punishment, and it is a black card shown there to Stephen Lawless, and it's a big blow there because he had blocked the initial ball up the field, had done such good work, blocked it and ran up the pitch, but with 9 minutes gone, he's going to have a good chunk of the remainder of the half spent up in the stand alongside at Monivea. What can they do with the extra man? It's a bit scrappy there, but they just about make it. Mulroney comes through a crowd. It's been punched away lovely. Nice little hand in there from Mullins. He's fouled potentially. Play on is the indication from our match referee, Rona McNulty. It's very, very scrappy, but they're trusting themselves on the ball here. Made it just inside the Monivea half. Now they found a pocket of space. Jason Flaherty. Now it's Conor Handley, plays it through the line towards Darcy. Darcy's fouled surely. On he drives, strikes it outside of the right boot. It's a glorious effort, a wonderful score. We're level for the second time here in Tuam Stadium, 2 points apiece. Just a beautiful, we spoke about him in the pre-match, Kevin, how much of a class act he had. That was a beautiful finish.
A superb finish, really well taken score, 2 points apiece as you say, but they have to hand it to Shane Bowen. He was the man that put the hand in, knocked the ball away at the middle of the field and overturned possession.
Muldowney again looking to get forward. He has room inside, it's opening up. He's still driving towards goal, and he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt or advantage. Probably happy enough in the end. He was going edge towards on his weaker right foot, but it'll be an opportunity now from the place ball, and Colin Dolan is making his way up here to strike this one. Chance to put his side in the lead.
Yeah, and drop of water required here,
it's a hot day
here. There's no doubt about it.
There isn't much sunshine, but it's certainly starting to heat up. A real sticky day here in North Galway. He comes forward, Dolan. He strikes it left-footed. Strikes it good. He strikes it over the bar. Monivea, I think it's the first time they're in the lead. They lead by 3 points to 2. 11 minutes of action gone, and 20 degrees, Kevin shows me on the thermometer there. It probably feels like a bit more. It's championship football, all right. It bubbles up.
It does indeed bubble up. 20 degrees is a nice hot temperature. There's a great crowd over on the Michael Kelly terrace on the far side of the field watching this. 3 points to 2 for Monivea. It's about right.
Restarted again. Up in the field, middle of the pitch, but again, Monivea win the break. Looking to drive forward. They wanted it in early, but they're holding a bit more. Kenny now taking the time back towards Muldowney. He's seen a lot of ball. So scrappy, but he's able to flick it back. Back towards his captain, Garvey. He puts a long ball in. Trevor Mullins is in at the edge of the square there. There's a Monivea player down on the ground. But play on is the indication. Garvey picks it up now. surrounded by 2 or 3, but finds a pocket of space. Still running, recycles it around. A little bit more patient. There was a switch of play on there, but you can see Frank Doherty, the Caherlistrane manager, was roaring at these players to get back to put a bit of cover there. Monivea just keeping possession of the football at the moment. Dara Burke puts a long one in now around the house. It'll break. Jason Flaherty might be there, but it's the other cornerback, Cormac Hanley, who's putting the pressure on. It's very, very scrappy there in the corner. I think Monivea turned it over. They have. Back towards Flaherty again. He gets it in field to Muldowney. Will he strike on the left foot? No. Back towards McDade. He's burying his way through goal. Finds a half a yard. Comes back towards Flaherty. Hand pass in the middle. Holding the ball at large periods here now. Dara Burke now punts an effort in towards the edge of the square. Where's he going to break? It's a good defending back there, and Shane Kine eventually gets both the ball and the decision, and good defending in the end from Caherlistrane.
Yeah, the high ball in really showed that Monivea were running out of ideas there for the movement around the ball. They might have just coughed up the ball a little bit too early. I thought that they could have gone, worked it over to the left-hand side again, try and spread it out a bit more, open up that defence a bit more. But they played for a ball through the middle, and it was just all too tight, and it was too easy. It was a defender's ball on the way, and Sean Kine picked it up and he cleared it, and he won the free on the way out. And, of course, a bit of running repairs now for players as they recover from that, really tough exertions that we had in those few minutes of play.
Bottles of water being thrown on left, right and centre. One thrown here wouldn't go astray either. It's very, very warm here. We can't, and it's definitely going to have a factor in the second half, you feel, as you reach for your bottle of water there as well, in pure style, like the Expert Pro, with a moment of a pause on the break here.
You'd have to say that so far, it's a very evenly matched game. 3 points to 2, and this delay now will be advantageous for Caherlistrane, having lost a man to a black card after 9 minutes, Stephen Lawless, and there's 14 minutes gone on the clock now, so that'll tell you it doesn't take too long before the time begins to spin away, and 10-minute stoppage, and there's no delay for injuries, so the clock continues to run on the black card.
Yeah, it's probably one of the rules that needs to be addressed, because that was a genuine effort, but we have seen teams, Galway have done it as well, let's be fair, over the course of the year. Street wideness, I think, is the exact word, but can just generate a player to go down, get a knock, and just wind down the clock that doesn't stop for any breaks in play. But we are back again here. Monivea have won the ball back. McDade is very, very deep at the moment, but he's still looking to run. Drops it, picks it up at the second occasion. He's able to hand pass it through the line here. Caherlistrane putting on a lot of pressure, trying to pin back, but it makes its way out towards Flaherty. He's able to just hand pass it back the line in turn. And they found a pocket of space now out the left wing and looking to attack down there. Bit of room inside here is Brian Moran. He got a bit of a push there. They want it taken quickly. It's taken a couple of extra yards from this one, it feels. Maybe the ref brought it forward a bit, but
yeah, they stopped him taking the free, and there was 2 men running loose inside, and they stopped him taking the free, so Ronan McNulty has moved it in, and now that means it's within target range, and it's probably Killy McDade will have a go at this.
He is. He's pretty much in effect. Well, it is a free kick. It's pretty much 45, and he's popped it down. He's just left the goal. It'll suit the right footer, and we'll see what the former Aussie Rules player has off the ground. Strikes it good. Strikes it high. Has it the accuracy? I don't think it does. Just tailed towards the left hand side or right. Had the distance, but just tailed a little bit. And five wides now is a lot.
5 wides beginning to build up, and really and truly, that's a heavy tally to be putting together. When it's just
60 minutes of football as well. It's much Barn. I think it's 7 wides last night. I know they were very frustrated over that, but Monivea heading down that sort of territory already. Kick out again. As we've seen to date so far, everything going long, everything going out in the middle. Not really that very short ones. McDade now playing the provider. Plays the ball inside. They have runners off the shoulder, left, right and centre. Goes back towards Kenny. He strikes it left-footed. It's going to be short. And it's held on the line there by Brian Keane. He's going for a little bit of a run himself. Over towards Éanna Glynn. Glynn now down the line towards Jonathan McGrath. He loves to get forward as well. But he's surrounded by 3. He'll have to get it out of there. Ball gets to the floor, and he does well just to poke it away. And eventually I think Caherlistrane will get the free, but they certainly earned that one there.
Yeah, they did. Johnny McGrath did very well. He was surrounded by 3 players, but he dropped the ball to the ground and poked it out to a player that was able to pick it up and was then fouled. So, clever work from Johnny McGrath.
Oisin O'Brien now off the shoulder there to Cormac Hanley. They make it down the line to Sean Kine. He's holding it. There's an option here in the middle of the field. Liam Judge is all alone. Instead they drive it in towards the edge of the house, in towards Darcy. He stretches it, but he's still able to pick it up on the second occasion. Back towards Stephen Burke, driving towards goal. Strikes it left-footed. Oh, that's a beautiful score. Curled in. We were right behind that, Kevin. It started off so far wide, and he just hit it sweetly and curled it in with the left foot.
Yeah, Darcy has proven to be a real good target man in there. He's gotten a great point at the start for the Caherlistrane side in 10 minutes, their second score. And then he won that ball there and turned it back inside. It really is making hay for them in there.
Scrappy ball again, but picked up by Monivea Abbey. And now there's a bit of room here. They come forward themselves. Muldowney is striding forward. There's nobody near him at all. He's going to hit the shot. No, he waits. He's going to punch it over from distance. And he's put it over the bar. Monivea quickly back in front. 4 points to 3. But so much room generated there from the kick out, Kevin. They just found a pocket of space. Might even have been sort of goal territory had they worked it a little bit more. In the end, happy to take the punch effort from the point, and probably reflects maybe their dominance of the football so far in the opening, what are we at? 18 minutes of action here.
And a factor there, of course, in the space would be that there's 14 Caherlistrane men to 15 Monivea Abbey Knockmine, because, of course, they're still down Stephen Lawless from the black card on the 9th minute, and we're looking at 19 minutes now on the stopwatch, so it shouldn't be too long. He's warming up again here, and very anxious, Frank Doherty, very anxious to see that he gets back into the affray.
Back in action, just a quick glance at the score in the other game in Pearse Stadium in this group as well. Miltown seem to have turned things around. It's now 4-17 to Killallen's 3-11. Deep into injury time there. See, Neil Martin has got a goal there to keep things going, and we'll see how that one edges out. But here, Monivea Abbey leading by 4 points to 3. Caherlistrane looking to try and level it up again. Some heavy running here. Oisin O'Brien now. It's going the long way around. Will they go in towards Darcy again? That's where it's going, but it's well read over there. Jamie Burke caught the flight of that quickly off to his Captain Garvey. McDade now, he's held around the shoulder but still driving forward. Almost goes straight past the referee there, looking for options. He needs to get rid of that. He's found his full forward. Cosgrove has gone a little deep, but he's going on a run now. Hand passes down the line. Will he give the 1 and 2? No. It's held up a little by Moran. But he's looking to chip a little effort inside, but good defending over there. Shane O'Brien just got his hand on it, but still not gone. Trevor Mullins spending a lot of time in full forward at the moment. Monivea like to leave at least one big man inside, but Caherlistrane have done well here. They've overturned it. Ronan Keneally off towards Liam Judge. A little bit slow and laboured at the moment. Don't forget they are playing all this time with Stephen Lawless, who will be coming back into action soon. He's standing on the sideline here, ready to go. Darcy's fouled there, and on he comes. So Caherlistrane back to the full complement, and he's going straight in towards the edge of the square if they can see him. Darcy just waits, sort of happy enough, I think, to try and take the effort.
Yeah, Conor Dolan as well was sharp enough for Monivea. He picked him up, even though it's like little and large there between Conor Dolan and Stephen Lawless in height. But he did enough to be in the space where the ball might come through to Stephen Lawless, and that certainly meant that the opportunity went.
Gone short with the free kick back towards Stephen Burke. It's gone back around the shoulder. This one's high. It looks a little wayward, is it? It has. It's gone out towards the left-hand side and right. Alan Mercer's effort from the free. It's their first wide of the game. They've been a lot more measured, shall we say, with their shots on goal. 5 for Monivea Abbey. But Monivea still have the advantage on the scoreboard as well, leading by 4 points to 3. With 21 minutes of action gone here. Up towards the middle. It's punched on kind of back and cleverly there by Lee Kenny. Pick it up. Éanna Glynn picks it up at the second occasion. Bit of playing with a keep ball. Sean Coyne looking to run. He needs a little bit of support. He has got that with Bowen. This is a little bit more measured. But a good block in again there by Garvey. But Caherlistrane pick up the loose breaking ball. And Coyne drives forward, puts a lovely ball in towards Darcy. He punches it very, very quickly off the shoulder. Will he go for the option? No, it's back towards Morris. Morris strikes it. I think that one might be the second wide. It just tailed off. Almost like a gust of wind took it in midair there. But
yeah, that's the tricky wind that we were talking about. No doubt about that, Jonathan. I just noticed here, by the way, that Dennis Farrer is not using a tee to kick out the ball. I don't know if you spotted that.
Yeah, no, he's doing the good old-fashioned, old-school tee of just putting the boot through the scrawl grass.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
Not sure the groundsman will be very happy with that.
Greg Leonard won't be happy, no.
The shovel might be used for more than the ground, shall we say, at half-time.
Yeah, there's just a delay here now, an injury. Just one of the Monivea lads getting a bit of treatment. And it gives the other players an opportunity to, get some water in because, as you say, it's very, very hot. And it's a little bit overcast as well at times, and that just makes it that bit, more humid.
Garvey is thankfully able to continue. And it will be Dennis Farrer to boot the ball out the middle of the pitch. Tee or no tee, he gets good distance on it. But Coyne is going to come back and pick up the breaking ball. Monivea pushed everyone back behind it, so picked up unopposed. Back towards Bowen. Caherlistrane just working from deep. Cornerbacks combining up towards Hanley now. Hanley has a couple of players inside if he wants, but slowly going through the gears. Switches it into the middle. Over to Bowen again. Puts us a bit more distance on this one. It's going to bounce in there, but it's well caught and off the shoulder very quickly. Liam Judge strikes it left-footed, but it's not a good connection into the grateful hands of goalkeeper Dennis Farrer. Picks it up. And now Monivea look to try and get forward themselves. They've been a little slower in the last couple of moments since they went in the lead that time. But 4 minutes ago. Just playing a little bit more cautious, but as we said, conditions will have a big factor on proceedings here. Muldowney now putting a bit more pace on it, driving forward. He's seen a lot of possession of the football. He's got hit with a good tackle over there, slows him down ever so slightly. Monivea go long again. The sweeper is back there. It's punched up, but Mullins is still battling on it, but Coyne picks it up at the second occasion. Plays it through the line, but good pressure coming in there. A little bit too much so. Bodies end up on the floor. But Caherlistrane get the benefit of doubt. It's a free out. 24 minutes gone here in Tuam Stadium. Monivea Abbey just leading by the minimum. Caherlistrane now. That's slow and laboured, but they've just about found a pocket of space there. Lawless, of course, had that rest due to the black card. Edges forward. It's a scrappy enough ball. Might have touched it on the ground there. It is touched on the ground, and he's given a free in for the first occasion. Looked like both sides.
I think he gave the free against Keith O'Reilly for pushing the man down on the back. And I think it was, pushing the back while he was on the ground.
Bowen is holding the hand up in the air. I think it's a signal in towards Darcy. Not a great ball, but Darcy does well, catches it. Doesn't take the mark, keeps running on goal. Strikes it left-footed, but it's another wide. We'd been praised how clinical they had been up until now, but 3 wides in a row. I think 3 wides in a row, Kevin, without a score as well.
Correct, yeah, 3 wides in a row. The last time they scored was on the 18th minute. Stephen Burke getting that score for them. Short kick out this time now from Dennis Farrer to O'Reilly, and it has worked out for Monivea Abbey.
Full time in Fair Stadium, Milltown 4-18, Killallen 3-12. So that's another first result of this group so far. Caherlistrane again. Jonathan McGrath did ever so well there, clever as well. Finds a pocket of space now. Comes up towards Ronan Keneally, strikes it outside of the right boot, up towards Darcy. He's been their target man throughout. Hand passes it off the shoulder. Judge now. It's on the wrong side, but finds. Come back to Keneally. Lovely dummy solo. Now we'll keep going towards goal. It's opening up. Hand passes it off. Back towards Morris. Blocked. Where's it going to break? Blocked the second time. It's an almighty scramble. Keneally tried to pick it up. Can't. Referee tells him to get up. Play on continues. And the spoke about not taking point scoring opportunities. A goal scoring opportunity has gone astray, but they're putting the pressure on again and they've overturned it. Back towards Judge again. He strikes it with the right foot this time. It's high. That one looks good. It is good. It was important, Kevin. They got a score out of that attack. They've level pegged up things up again here. 4 points apiece.
Yeah, the shot came in from Rory Glynn, and there was a pile of bodies in there of Monivea Abbey defenders. They managed to overturn the ball and came out with it. And then, unfortunately, the ball was given away. And well picked up by Liam Judge, and he made no mistake, put it over the bar.
Out in the middle again, might have been a push in the back. Referee says play on. I thought that was pretty blatant myself, but on we go. Pressure's coming on now, and now he gives the free. A little bit too much that time. Pressure put on Boland takes it quickly up towards Coyne. There's a lot of room. There's space, open country in front of him. Caherlistrane have pinned 3 lads in around the edge of the square, but they've lost possession of the ball. 3 minutes of additional time to be added here. A little bit to go before we go to those 3 minutes. So an early call there, but a black card now been shown for Alan Morris.
Alan Morris, yeah, I didn't see the incident. I was looking at the fourth official, and he was given the time. So I'm not sure what happened there.
It's going to be a frustrating one, that, for Frank Doherty, because it's the second occasion his side have been shown a black card. They just got, a couple of moments ago, Stephen Lawless back onto the proceedings, but now they're centre forward, Alan Morris, who was quite effective so far. We'll have to wait, and it'll be a good chunk of the second half before he's back. McDade now just driving in a straight line forward, pops out the shoulder off the pass, good crunching hit, goes on Blade, lights out there, perfect hit, and referee just telling stop. And a big booming hit, and Kevin, I felt that one from here, never mind out there. It looked fair, it looked legal, but my God, was it meaty. Yeah,
it was shoulder to shoulder, there was no doubt about that. But unfortunately, the player that was on the receiving end wasn't expecting it, and it really got rattled. And you know, when you get hit by a tank like Stephen Lawless, you'd certainly feel it. And rightly so, the referee stopped play and giving a player a chance, because player welfare, of course, is the key thing and of the most important aspect. It'll be an indirect free kick out, I'd say, for the Caherlistrane side from this, but luckily enough, everybody's happy, and it's good to see that Owen Blade is up and back in action again.
Caherlistrane have taken it quickly up towards Stephen Burke, quickly off towards Bowen. Ball's in field now towards Oisin O'Brien. Stephen Burke has got it back, gets it back towards O'Brien, judges on the shoulder, but he's still going with the ball, going the long way around. He's a swarm of Monivea shirts in front of him, so he's held up initially. Keneally now off towards Lawless, switch of play out towards the right side where Jonathan McGrath looking to get forward. He's driving forward, he's pacey as well, still going, pops a pass down the line, cuts in field, but again Monivea pretty much a good chunk of bodies inside their own goal mount there, putting the pressure on, closing off those pockets of space. Back towards Boland, slow and laboured, probably for the first time so far, the midfield partners combine with the ball.
Yeah, Caherlistrane playing a bit of keep ball here, Jonathan. Of course, when you're down again in the man, you know it's the thing to do.
Keneally now, indicative of that, just goes back now. Lawless is going to bomb one in towards the edge of the square, in towards Darcy. There's a battling going on there, it goes over the hands and it's picked up there by Blade. He's recovered from that belt he got a couple of moments ago. He's back in corner back position, he's under pressure, pops it off the shoulder quickly. And Monivea, they're a little bit more slowly this time, but it's made its way out towards Flaherty here. Quickly down the line towards McDade. He does well, lovely little chip pick up, and he's still going down on goal, and this is opening up in front of him. He's come back on the left foot, he strikes it left footed. That's a glorious score, a wonderful score. Puts Monivea back in the lead, 5 points to 4. But strength, power, skill, finishing, everything there, the full package from McDade.
And you'd have to say Owen Blade, the man that overturned the ball
back. After got smashed a minute ago.
After being smashed a minute ago, he overturns the ball back in his own defence and sets up the move, and they make a full-flown move up the field. And McDade, he was lucky, I thought maybe he might have touched it on the ground. There was a call for it from the crowd here, but the ref didn't see it. Play on, and McDade made no mistake.
Keneally now looking to drive forward, trying to get his side back on level pegging before half-time. Just into injury time here. Ball is chipped up over there from O'Brien, but there's a little bit too much in it, despite the desperate attempts of Rory Glynn. It's out for another wide. That one really a direct shot and goal, but still a wide none the same. Vardy goes quickly. There's a pocket of space there. It's Lee Kenny. He's found himself in that space a good bit of time. Now he's going long in towards the corner forward position. It's picked up by Blade. Takes the advance mark blatantly. The play on his indication. It's a high booming effort there from Cosgrove. It's gone wide in the end, but those marks sometimes, especially that advanced one, Kevin, where there's a moment of doubt whether should I stay, should I go. We saw down the, we'll see Monivea, or sorry, Montpellier a lot later on. They were furious about one in the Connacht Championship last year. There could have been a bit of...
Yeah, well, what's happening is Ronan McNulty is blowing the whistle, even though the player isn't indicating the mark. And really, it should be the player that indicates the mark, and then the whistle is blown. So what happened there was Ronan McNulty blew the whistle, and the player decided, oh, I'll take the mark.
It's been picked up there by Muldowney. He intercepts the kick out. He's driving forward over towards Dolan. Has to pick it up for the third occasion, but gets there, skips around the referee. Goes over towards Blade again. Will he take the shot? He's going inside country. It bobbles away and he volleys a pass out this side to Muldowney, but he's gone away from goal. He just chips it back cleverly. Back towards Garvey, the captain, coming forward here. Will he take a striking goal? Goes infield. Pops it back towards McDade. Off the shoulder then towards Burke. Burke strikes it. Oh, slices it completely. Did it get a nick? It did. From the referee who was right beside it, it should be said. It'll be a 45 to Monivea Abbey. And you feel just before half-time an opportunity to put 2 points between the sides for the first time.
Yeah, Kenny McDade again is likely to be the man that will take this. And the goalie is coming up.
Dennis Farr is coming up for runs.
And I can tell you he's well known for his ability to put these over the bar. So you might expect that there's a good chance that Dennis will strike this on target.
The question is, will he dig a divot like he does in the goal mouth?
Well, he didn't bring any tea with him anyhow.
No. Puts the foot down. This one is just left of the left-hand side post. So again, will suit the right-footed kicker. A bit of encouragement coming there from a couple of Caherlistrane players as well. But either way, the goalkeeper, you imagine this will be the last action of the first half. There with the baseball cap and the works, drives it. It's a bit of a scuffed effort, but it's going towards direction and it's gone over the bar. It just about got enough on it. A beautiful strike. And that is half-time. And Monivea, as we said, for the first time in the game, lead by 2, 6 points to 4. That could be a big momentum swing. Don't forget as well, Monivea will have an extra player for a large chunk of the second half as well. Alan Morris will have to wait a bit longer before he comes back after his black card. But a big score just before half-time.
Yeah, I reckon that Alan Morris has about 4 minutes left to serve. So that Caherlistrane will be without him for the first 4 minutes of the second half. But that was a superb kick from Dennis Farr. He just pumped it up into the sky, let the breeze carry it, and it just, made it over the crossbar. And it's a vital one for them. Monivea 6, Caherlistrane 4. You'd have to imagine that with 6 wides in that first half, Monivea would be a bit disappointed. Caherlistrane were doing well, then they hit 3 wides in a row and added another one to that, so they have 4 wides. But overall, it's been a really hotly contested game. Some great football and some great hits in it, being played in a sporting fashion. But it's a physical game, there's no doubt about that. And you'd have to also hand it to Ronan McNulty. He's done a fair job at refereeing it, there's no doubt so far.
There we go. That is half-time here in Tuam Stadium, the first of a double-header. We'll take a break. Here you'll get some match highlights, and we'll be back very, very shortly for the second half. But at half-time here in Tuam Stadium, it's Monivea Abbey who lead Caherlistrane by 6 points to 4. welcome back to Tuam Stadium. The teams haven't just made their way out in the pitch yet, but any moment now you would feel it's Monivea Abbey who have the advantage here at half-time. They're leading by 6 points to 4. They do have the small elements, but Kevin, just looking at the flags out there, it doesn't seem to be as gusty as what it was earlier on when we kicked off. But it's a big half now from Caherlistrane, you feel also, isn't it? That second point from Dennis Farr, the goalkeeper, pretty much literally a 45 just before half-time. Put 2 points between the sides for the first time, and a small bit of daylight developing.
Yeah, a bit of a score that they needed, really, because when you consider that the Caherlistrane side have had 2 black cards, which means like that you're looking at maybe, we're talking about 10 minutes that was served by Stephen Lawless, and we're talking about another 6 minutes. So you're talking about playing 16 minutes of the game with 14 players. That's a big ask. And to be only 2 points behind and playing against the elements in that first half. Now, I have to say, you know, we always say here in Tuam, the town goal is the scoring goal. And that's the goal that Caherlistrane were playing into in the first half. Whatever it is about the scoreboard end, it always seems to be that little bit trickier to put the ball over the bar there. But nonetheless, Monivea Abbey, they had 6 wides in that first half. And for the amount of play that they had, it's a big tally, really. And, another couple of scores. If there were 2 points extra, if we say we're talking about 8 points to 4, you'd say that they had a real chance of it. But as it is, it's a wide open game now with Caherlistrane due back with 14 men if they can avoid any more black cards. The thing I found about Caherlistrane and the difference between the sides is a bit like St. Michael's yesterday, and in their game, as the size of the players. St. Michael's were much bigger and physically, tougher than the Galway players, and Monivea Abbey is, something like that. They don't have the physical size, but they do have, the skills and very fast players. Whereas, when you look at the Caherlistrane side, you see Stephen Lawless and Shane Bone, Rory Glynn and Keane Darcy. They're 4 huge men, and Monivea Abbey have been content to play Trevor Mullins, their biggest man, who normally plays at the middle of the field and is wearing number 8. They've been content to play him in the full forward division, and they've tried to put ball into him, and it just hasn't worked out for them, because you'd have to say that Shane O'Brien is a very good fullback and he's defended very, very well. And then when you look outside as well with Caherlistrane, and you have players like Alan Morris and Oisin O'Brien and Liam Judge, it won't be that, it won't be a pushover. And I just feel myself at this stage that even though they're 2 points behind, Caherlistrane, they might just have the advantage.
It looks like there might be some movement on the Caherlistrane bench as well. A couple of substitutes going through their routines. Just while we're waiting for the teams to come out, just to update you on some results from earlier on today. Cullen had a bit of a scare, but eventually a spirited second half display. Saw them defeat on Spiddale by 15 points to 12. And that completes the first round of fixtures in Group A. It leaves with victories for Corofin by 15 points to 8 over Uachtarard. McCullen, as we said, with that victory over in Spiddale. And then yesterday also, Tuam Stars just about dug it out over Lettermore, or had a good victory over Lettermore. Teams starting to come out. Caherlistrane out and ready to go. And the other result from a little bit earlier is in the same group that we're in here as well, in Group C, where Milltown defeated Killallen by 4-18 to 3-12, and the result in from yesterday in the same group as well, St. Michael's defeated Clare Galway by 1-8 to 1-5. Disappointing result that for Clare Galway. In Group C, Kevin, wide open. Monivea coming back out here as well. So
I'm just checking. There's certainly no changes on the Caherlistrane side, and I'm just looking here to see from the point of view of the Monivea Abbey, not my team, and I don't see any big numbers being added there either, so it looks like we will be going with the same teams that we finished the first half with. And of course it would also mean, of course, that Caherlistrane will be a man down at the start. Alan Morris, the number 11, has about 4 minutes of my timing that he has left to fulfill in the black card bench, so we'll wait and see what happens as Ronan McNulty is ready to put it all together and let us go for part 2.
He is. He's having a quick scan around. I think just double checking. that it is 15 versus 14, but we are off. Caherlistrane catch the ball straight away. Stephen Lawless not wasting any time, going in towards Darcy. He's surrounded by 2, and the just solid turf there beats them. It is getting a lot drier in a couple of days now, and that one took a bit of a skip there over Darcy's gasp and out over the line for a goal kick to Monivea. But evidence straight away what their plan of attack is.
They haven't changed that. They've put Darcy in there at full forward. We signalled that before the start of the game that was their intention. They are trying to play a sweeper in there, and I know that Keith O'Reilly has been working across the back line there, but it hasn't stopped Darcy because he's gotten one good score and created another.
Monivea now went short with the kick out, working through the lines. They do have a couple of extra players back there, but it's Dara Burke now going a bit long inside. That's quickly turned on the spin there by Brian Moran. Good defending back there from Coyne. Is he fouled? He is fouled. Caherlistrane faithful, they like that one. Got the turnover. Looks like Coyne is going to need some running repairs as well. I think
the clock ticks on then as well.
How dare you be cynical, Kevin? Are you
I'm not a bit cynical. I mean, everybody, the player welfare is a big thing. But when that's the system and you can play the system, why not play the system?
So all this time, clock just nibbles away. Coyne, for better for worse, he is getting some running repairs off his physio, and the clock continues to wind down the remainder of that sin bin. Of course, Caherlistrane's a second sin bin of the half, so there's probably an argument to be made that they're doing well even to be this close, considering they played a good chunk of the first half.
Yeah, nearly 16 minutes in my opinion, Jonathan, and we played 33 minutes entirely, so you're talking about 50% of the game. They played with 14 men and to be just 2 points behind. But the next score is going to be vital, Jonathan. It's a crucial thing. If Monivea get it, they stretch it out to 3, and then Caherlistrane have to come really out of their shell, come looking for it. But if Caherlistrane get it, it puts a lot of pressure on Monivea.
Caherlistrane have restarted. And that's another late hit there on Lawless. He's not certainly looking for attention. He's straight up. He's a big unit of a man, as Owen Blade will tell you from that monster shoulder in the first half. But Caherlistrane getting a couple of yards up towards Keneally. Keneally now has options. Goes back here towards Burke, gets it back again. Out this side to Oisin O'Brien. He strikes it right-footed. It looks like it might curl. Does it curl enough? It doesn't. Might be one for Hawkeye there, Kevin. That was very close to the post. It's definitely started off a long way wide, but came back in significantly. But I think
but it was definitely a wide. There was no doubt about it. And the umpire underneath it had no hesitation at all. He was quite satisfied it was a wide. So that's 5 wides now for Caherlistrane.
And they've Monivea have gone short again, but Caherlistrane quickly putting the pressure on here. But this is nice, clever play. Comes out towards Keith O'Reilly, up towards McDade. McDade now looking to drive the ball in long, but again there's cover back there. Coyne gets a flick on it. It's been picked up, pressure coming on from Blade, but out come Caherlistrane towards Handley. Down the line it goes. Man on is the cry, but Oisin O'Brien does well, gets the wrong side. Is he thinking about the shot again? He's half thinking about it. Still going, he's going to strike again, take 2. This one looks better, but might drop short. It does, Farah does well, comes out with it. Out towards O'Reilly. O'Reilly now just flicks it down the line towards Dolan. Back over towards Burke and long up to McDade. And now I think he's thinking about having a bit of a run here. Just pokes it right-footed. Advanced mark being taken there by Blade, and out comes Alan Morris just to level up proceedings. So 15 on 15.
Yeah, and on that occasion, the player indicated, and the mark was then given by the referee.
They might have had a half-time discussion of that over the cup of tea. Blade strikes the mark. It's comes off the outside of the post and out towards the right-hand side and wide. So still remains a 2-point advantage for Monivea Abbey. 6 points to 4. 4 minutes gone here in the second half. Caherlistrane now, will they increase in tempo now that they're back to the full complement? Brian Keane looking to restart it. It's almighty bunched in the middle of the pitch. You'd imagine runners will start to split now any moment. Goes out towards the left wing. Goes up towards Broken there, but Monivea pick up the loose ball. A good bit of pressure comes on there from Stephen Burke. A bit too much so, but good work there by Dolan. Garvey just takes his time. Up towards Matt Cosgrove. He's playing a little bit more central, more like the number on his shirt in the opening phase of the second half. Back towards Garvey again and sprays the ball into the middle of the pitch. Trevor Mullen now looking to go for a run out in the middle of the pitch. Spent a good portion of the first half in full forward, and that's where the ball goes. Blade will stretch to get it, but does well. His options around him. Goes back towards McDade. Just outside the 21, but punches a pass to his team captain, Garvey. Slow and laboured build-up, but Brian Moore now will take the shot. That one looks good. It's very good. It's over the bar.
That's a great score.
Extended out their lead, 7 points to 4. 3 points between the sides for the first time, and a wonderful effort, Kevin.
Oh, great score, and they just were so patient. You can see what they've done. They've absolutely changed it around. They've put Owen Blade in full forward. They brought Trevor Mullins out to the middle of the field. It has made a difference. Killian McDade was involved in it over on the far side. They recycled the ball around and opened up the space, and now they're on the attack.
And Brian Moran has intercepted it. Blade has an open goal to shoot with. He's happy to take the point. Left-footed. He gets it. It might have been more, but all of a sudden, a 4-point advantage for Monivea Abbey. Could have been even more there.
The goalie hit a bad kick out.
He'll breathe a sigh of relief that doesn't end up in the onion bag, but it's still all this time.
It was a bad kick out, and they overturned it, and the goalie was caught trying to recover and get back. But Blade was steady. He did the right thing. Take the points, the goals will come. And like from 6 points to 4 at half time, they're now 8 points to 4. And that's what we're saying. The next score is vital. And it's Monivea now that have the bit between their teeth.
Caherlistrane yet to get off the mark in the second half. You feel like they will need to score pretty lively. They're going back there. They're going to attempt that. Cornelius foul, but on he goes. Good running there. Pops it off the shoulder. Back towards Oisin O'Brien. Now it's back towards Alan Morris. He's bearing down in goal. Will he go for goal? He will. And he absolutely buries it. We said they needed a score, and they've got the biggest one of the lot. Beautiful finish there in the end from Alan Morris. 6 minutes, almost 7 minutes in second half. And he absolutely buries it. 1-4 to Caherlistrane. 8 points to Monivea Abbey. Game on, Kevin.
Yeah, great work. Ronan Keneally was involved, and he set it up with Oisin O'Brien. And O'Brien put it out to Alan Morris, and once Morris got it, he saw the space in front of him. We were right behind him here. We could see that space too, and he cut through, and he made no mistake. An absolutely brilliant left-footed shot into the back of the net. Great goal, and that was something that Caherlistrane and the game needed, because it was 8 points to 4, and now there's just a point between the sides.
They're looking for the equaliser now. Shane Bowen, just outside the 45, sprays it out the left-hand side, where there's a pocket of space and a couple of free bodies as well. On it goes now with Stephen Burke. He pops it off the shoulder. There's options all around him. Goes back towards Keneally. He dives through, direct running again. Pops a little pass up towards Darcy. Will he shoot? He's coming around the pocket. He does shoot. It's high. Looks like a little bit wide. Doesn't even make the back stanchion. And disappointing. Would have been a big momentum switch had they leveled things there.
Yeah, that was a crucial one, really. And just a bit wild. I don't think there was any need for him to sort of force it in that way. But nonetheless, the referee just talking to one of the players there, I think he's talking to Ronan Keneally, who's really had an impact for the Caherlistrane side in this second half. No doubt he's been involved in all the good play that we've seen from them.
Monivea now looking to wind through the gears. They have found space. And there's a good bit of space inside, and there's big men in right the edge of the goal here, but still it goes with Trevor Mullen. Comes around, there's options in field. They go back towards McDade. He's going the long way around, but he's still going. Pops it back towards Dara Burke. Dara Burke now back towards Mullins. Two big midfielders back out in the middle of the field together. That's a nice ball in towards Blade. Will the hop do him good? Let's go well read. And he gets a free in. Hand on the back. Soft enough one, but it's coming at a crucial time.
Yeah, and it'd be interesting to see who's going to have a go at this. I think that the one that will take it actually will be Conor Dolan.
Yeah, he's making his way over towards that side as well. It's a difficult enough effort, all the way over on the right-hand side, just between the 14 to 21. Wind starting to pick up a little bit more in the last couple of moments, but back to what we call the scoring goal here. Town goal in Tuam Stadium, but it'll be Dolan off the left foot.
And off the hand as well, so he's got a runner.
He goes short, back towards Lee Kenny. Lee Kenny, will he go? No, he puts it back towards Dolan. He's back to where we got it. It might be another free from just a... No, referee called steps. Seems harsh enough call there. I thought he had been fouled. But Caherlistrane now will come quickly. That's dangerous and it won't get through. And Muldowney intercepts. It's the second one. He strikes it outside of the left. It's going to hang up. And it looks like it might be an ankle injury in there. Also, was it Matt Cosgrove that jumped up? No, it isn't Cosgrove. Cosgrove's gone in to give some help there. But you saw the ankle. It might even be Owen Blade. And you could see the right ankle just bobble as he came down there. This is a little bit of concern here.
Yeah, high ball in, and he was doing his best to stop it going out over the end line, and he just got caught. His feet got caught underneath him, and he went over on the ankle, and it probably means that they'll have to have a substitution in this situation there. Just looking at it from the point of view of the free taking there was an opportunity, and I'd say because of the breeze, Conor Dolan didn't go for it, and he went to play at the ball back to Lee Kenny, and it just didn't work out for them. Referees decided to play on here, and it now means that Monivea are down to 14. Sub coming in 22.
We've seen Caherlistrane have to play for large phases of the first half with a man less. Monivea will have to do the same for a couple of moments until they get the substitute ready.
He's gone in already, Glenn Kelly, number 22.
He has indeed, so they've deemed that Owen Blade has gone off the pitch there. So that's a big loss. He's been very lively so far. Caherlistrane now looking to level proceedings here. They're working their way through the line. John McGrath doesn't take the best of solos, but makes it down the line. Back towards Oisin O'Brien. A couple of shimmies, makes it way back towards Keneally. Keneally now looks a direct run, and that hand pass has been intercepted. Great work there. It was Jamie Burke that does well to intercept it. Now he feeds Killian McDade. McDade now going around the long way, but he's a big unit. He's coming forward. He pops a pass, but it's intercepted. Good work by Coyne. Intercepted it. An interception apiece. Caherlistrane now with Keneally. Keneally now punts the ball down the line. Goes back towards Lawless. He's out in the left wing forward position. Bulldozes in the middle. Gets the 1-2 back with Keneally again. He's coming forward. Darcy's a little further out, so they don't have the long ball at the moment. Winding up. Comes back over here towards Lawless again. There's space out the right-hand side, and that's where they're going. Back towards Bowen. Bowen takes a high effort. It's a bit too much. And it's a harmless enough effort in the end. Frustrating one for Caherlistrane. And Monivea still remain with a little bit of daylight between the sides.
Yes, just that 1 point. 8 points to 1-4, but you'd have to say then again, that's the second time that Caherlistrane have, had a ball, and instead of working around and seeing can they stretch the Monivea defence, play it out to the left, play it out to the right, see can they pull them out of the middle. The player opts for a shot that's just not on, and it ends up going out wide.
Up with the kick out, McDade gets half a hand on it, but it's well read back there by Morris. He's fouled. The substitute is going to take place. No, it isn't. On we go, Caherlistrane. Rory Glenn now. Back towards Bowen. He chips it back to O'Brien. There's a good bit of room in front of him. Will he strike it right-footed? He does. So it might hang short. It does. Farrah catches it.
That's the third one now that they've dropped short in this half.
From that side. And here comes the Caherlistrane substitution. It'll be number 21, Joe Monaghan, been introduced. And we will just wait to see who's going to make way here. Still no indication yet. We don't have the luxury of having a board here either to indicate us. But just waiting all this time, a pause and play here, and it'll be number 14, Rory Glynn, who makes way for number 21, Joe Monaghan. Overturn on the kick out. This could be dangerous. Shirley's pulled down, and I think Jamie Burke might be in a bit of bother here because he dumped Oisin O'Brien down to the ground as he tore through on goal. Great work from the intercept.
I think it'll probably be a yellow card rather than a black card. He didn't actually drag him to the floor. The player was pulled back. So it has to be, a drag down to the floor. So we're just waiting to see what's the card going to be.
No, he has gone black.
Yeah, it's a black card.
So that's the third one of the game. Caherlistrane still win that stat by 2 to 1. But here, Caherlistrane, this could be a game changer at the moment. Alan Morris, who got that last big goal. Caherlistrane haven't scored since then, but here he will take the free and he will level up the sides. With 14 and a half minutes gone in the second half, Monivea now to play the next 10 minutes with 14 players. Very much a game on as this game continues to swing back and forth in the momentum belt.
Yeah, and we're looking now, we see Jamie Burke. He's gone off on 14 minutes, so it'll be 24 minutes before he gets back on, pushing the back there. But that 24 minutes means there's only 6 minutes left, so Monivea need the next score if they're to stay in this game.
Okay, level pegging here in Tuam Stadium. Caherlistrane won 5. Monivea 8 points. It remains that because Killiemcdade's effort is gone towards the right-hand side and wide.
Yeah, and here they're doing now what Caherlistrane were doing a few minutes ago. And this is the thing about Caherlistrane there on that particular play where the black card resulted in a free. This time they didn't kick the ball away. They began to work the ball and hold possession and work for one another. And that was the way to get the score, that they created the score rather than, kicking from distance.
Caherlistrane have gone short from this kick out. Working it down the line nicely. Oisin O'Brien again, he's ran at multiple times of the Monivea attack in the second half. Goes back towards Morris, takes a shimmy. Forced out, goes back towards Lawless. He's coming around the house, he's striding through and it's opened up. He's going to strike it right-footed. Was he fouled? Play on, get up is the indication. Caherlistrane not happy, but they've put pressure on again here. And now he's given the push in the back and a free out from Monivea, who get to breathe a sigh of relief there, because when you saw that big man tearing down in goal, you start fearing the worst.
Yeah, fisted over the bar was what I was in my head. Just fisted over the bar. A point will do you, to put you, in the advantage edge of things. So he had a go at the shot and it just didn't come off for him.
Still level here. And players starting to throw themselves down on the floor. Off the ball, collisions, but Monivea still coming forward. Dara Burke, but it's intercepted over there. Might have touched the ground, but either way, play on is indication. Game starting to pick up on pace. Jonathan McGrath now, looking to come the wrong way around. Punts the ball down the line, but again, good pressure there. And Keelan Murray comes through. Catches it, puts it off to Will Downey. Pretty lively down the line, back to the substitute, good hand in. But Glenn Kelly does well. Get on to football for the first time. Sprays a lovely pass over towards the right-hand side. Out towards Garvey in turn. Up towards Mullen. Well, Mullen now goes a bit more direct. It comes through to Cosgrove. He wins it around 2. And Mullen goes infield again towards Garvey. Comes back on the left foot. Resists the shot. Might have been better, but Cosgrove picks up the second ball. The loose ball on the ground. Monivea player down just behind the phase of play at the moment. It's number 13, Brian Moran. Play on. Continues around him. He's up on his feet now. And Monivea holding on to the ball. And Moran, who's down a moment ago, is now driving forward towards the goal. He strikes it left-footed. Oh, that's a beautiful effort. Like Lazard up from the death. But a big score. Monivea back up in the lead. He's down on the ground getting treatment. He's certainly giving it his all there.
Yeah, he was definitely injured. There was no doubt about it. But he got up and... he played on. There's something wrong. He has something wrong with his legs. There's no doubt. He wasn't down just for the heck of it, Jonathan. And he got up and he was in the clear and he took the point beautifully.
Certainly.
But he was, he had loads of space, and that's down to the fact that Monivea are down a player, and there wasn't enough people watching what was going on around them.
18 minutes gone in the second half. And Monivea have just edged back in front again. 9 points to Caherlistrane's 1-5. As we said, Monivea playing all this time with a man in the bin. But they have got back in front of the lead and had a bigger lead earlier in the half. But that brilliant goal from Alan Boris brought Caherlistrane back in the game. He levelled things again with a free, but Monivea back in the lead. Up comes the kick out, and it's won by Muldowney again. He's picked up a lot of breaking ball. Hop isn't the best. McGrath does well. That's good defending. Now McGrath punches the ball down the line. Up towards Morris. He's a good acre in front of him. He's driving forward towards the goal. Still going, goes around the other side, comes into traffic, still going. Tries to pop the pass off. He does. Gets the 1-2. He might be bearing down in goal. He's been held up initially, goes through the line. It's blocked. Farrer gets a boot on it, spins up in the air. Where's it going to bounce? An almighty scramble here. Monivea have it. They've lost it, and they've got a free kick out. And on they go. Game taking a frantic pace at the moment. Now McDade looking to drive forward. He's a lot of room in front of him. He's 2 big men inside, but he's still running. But good tackle in over there by Mullins, puts the pressure on. And now Caherlistrane looks to get forward, looking to equalise things here. Ball down the line towards Darcy. Hasn't seen as many of those in the second half, but pops it off. Lovely. Shot comes in the end for Moran. Shot comes over the bar. Level pegging. This game, Kevin, it's coming into life, and that's a good effort.
Yeah, I think it was Liam Judge that was on the end of that one. and put her over the bar. Really good work again from King Darcy being involved in that one. And the sides are level and it's all to play for. We're looking at the stopwatch. There's 20 minutes gone. Jamie Burke went off on 14 minutes, so still a bit of time to serve there on that black card.
Level pegging. Caherlistrane 1-6. Monivea 9 points. As I said, 20 minutes gone in the second half. More substitutes starting to get ready here. Looks like one apiece from both sides. It's that stage of the day. As we said, a very warm afternoon here in Tuam Stadium. Up comes Mullins again. Comes infield. Back towards Joe Monaghan. Joe Monaghan comes forward here. And it's Stephen Burke. Stephen Burke was good. You could hear the roar once it left his boot. Caherlistrane back in front. Big score. Couple of substitutes getting ready. Number 10, Paul Flaherty from Monivea Abbey has been introduced. Didn't see who came off there yet.
Yeah, Stephen Burke there again, getting a great score. The gaps are opening up now for Monivea Abbey, not mine. It's beginning to tell the fact that Jamie Burke is off the field and they're a man down. So we have a number of players coming in here. 24 is coming in and going off. We have 7.
So both number 7s are midway. Stephen Burke for Caherlistrane has been replaced by number 24, Conor Donlan. And then for Monivea Abbey, just to confirm that, Paul Flaherty, number 10, has replaced number 7, Lee Kenny. And it's Monivea who are a point down, playing keep ball in front of their own goal mouth here, but they've met it back towards their goalkeeper, Dennis Farrer, but he's under pressure. He's pulled down in the end by Morris. He was black carded in the first half. Monivea management are making him aware of that situation, but they can play on.
If there was a black card for pulling someone to the ground, that was certainly one of them.
We've seen plenty of black cards so far. We can safely do without a few more, I think. On comes Monivea again. Trying to get an equaliser. It's a foul, surely, so they will have an opportunity from that. Then Kelly was fouled there.
Yeah, he came on as a sub. He's looking good since he came on, a lively player.
Very lively, full of pace.
And really and truly, they need to convert this one. I'm wondering, would they think about bringing up Dennis Farrer again, because he did put over a 45, but they're going to have a go at this one. A yellow card there being dished out to I think it's the number 13.
Liam Judge, yeah.
Liam Judge getting a yellow card there from the referee. So we'll have to see what happens, but they're going to have a go at this, and young Kelly is going to have a shot himself at it.
He's put it on the floor. It's a big effort to try and level the sides again. He strikes it off the ground left-footed. It looks good.
That's a decent strike.
It's a wonderful strike from the substitute. Level pegging again in Tuam Stadium. Push up is the call from the Monivea.
Yeah, that's the best free we've seen taken today, even on the fact of the goalie scoring the 45. That was just so sweetly struck. You know, that was quality. There's no doubt about that.
Pressure coming on. There's two bodies, the two big midfielders. We've just been told to get up. Two big men wrestling each other. Game is getting spicy. Level pegging here in Tuam Stadium. This group as well, Group C, so wide open. Every result, every point matters. Every score got matters. It could come down to score difference yet. But push up, there's a big full court squeeze here from Monivea.
Jamie Burke really just in front of us here, extremely anxious to try and get back in again for Monivea Abbey.
Caherlistrane now, they've played it cleverly through the line. Down the line again, over there. Oisin O'Brien, thought it might have been fouled, but gets the 1-2, back towards Keneally. He has McGrath on the shoulder. McGrath is gobbled up, goes back to Keneally, it breaks, but he does well, picks up the second ball, and it's opening up, and he strikes it. Doesn't get the good connection. It's out towards the left-hand side and wide.
7 wides for them now, 3 in the second half.
And on comes back Jamie Burke. So we won't jinx it, but I think we're 15 on 15 again.
And level pegging.
Certainly this one is in the melting pot. We thought it might be close. We thought it might come down towards the end, and it's proving that. A very entertaining game here in Tuam Stadium.
6 minutes left in the normal time.
There's a lot of pressure on this kick out now from Dennis Farrer. Every man is pushed up against each other. And he goes long up towards
Huge
the direction.
kick.
Almost too big, because there's a big catch over there from Éanna Glenn. He gets up and he takes it quickly. Caherlistrane now with Joe Monaghan, the substitute, going down the line, back towards Liam Judge. And Judge now, just a bit of calmness. Now it's been a bit of frantic second half. He sprays a pass, but it's not good. Mullins will be able to intercept it. And he does. Goes back towards McDade. Man on his shoulder. Goes back to the substitute Paul Flaherty. Of course, that type of game where substitutes, fresh legs, could have a big impact. On comes Garvey now. Getting forward. Chips a little ball in down the line towards Brian Moran. He does well to win it. He's going to strike it left-footed. This is going to hang up in the air. Still a battle for possession here. Glenn Kelly, was he fouled? No. Referee tells him get up. And Caherlistrane come forward with the ball. Down the line here towards Alan Morris. Chips an effort, bodies down to the ground, and that one has been deemed a foul. I think it was. Oisin O'Brien dumped to the floor by Keith O'Reilly. And it's a little too far out for a direct shot at goal, you feel, but they might be able to work something out of this. Darcy all this time remains on the edge of the square. It'll be Shane Bowen who's going to strike this one. And I think the hand goes up. I think this is going in around the house. Darcy's given an option short, and that's where it goes. Spins into the middle of the field. Gets it back at the second occasion. Bowen gets it back again, almost where he struck the free a couple of seconds ago. Darcy gone deep for the first time. Trying to find a pocket of space. Just edging around the goal. Pops the ball in field. As Caherlistrane look to reset. Let's try and get back into the lead here. Level pegging with 4 minutes to go in Tuam Stadium. Shane Bowen now has an option inside. Goes back the way. Back to the centre back. Éanna Glynn. Everyone push forward. Skips around his own man. And now there's a pocket of space in front of him. Bouncing the ball. Comes in field. Back towards another substitute. Oh no, it's not a substitute. Keneally started. Wear number 20. He's driving through. How's he found a pocket of space? He chips it up. That's a great score. It's a wonderful score. Caherlistrane back in the lead. They're happy with that. There's a big grin of our former colleague Frank Doherty there, the Caherlistrane manager. He's happy with that. And why wouldn't he? They're back in the lead.
Yeah, it's great work from Ronan Keneally. We said it at the start of the second half that he's been really a player of note for them right throughout this second half. Keneally, he's one of the men of the match, there's no doubt about it. He's been outstanding for them. And he worked that one through. He beat 3 Monivea Abbey players going through there, Jonathan. And that's some effort, you know, that you take them on and you go forward and then have the composure to put it over the bar.
Muldowney now trying to drive his side forward. He's making good ground. He'll have to be careful. He ends up on the floor. He has been fouled there. A little bit too eager from Joe Monaghan. And straight away, quickly. Up comes Trevor Mullins. He's been told to go back a yard or two. The referee's notebook is out. More admin duties, but the clock's starting to wind down. Paul Flaherty now chips the ball down the left wing. He has options inside now. Keith O'Reilly, the fullback, has got forward. Back towards Flaherty again. There's an option inside, but it's been closed out. Caherlistrane's time to try and get that defensive shape on, which they've done. Muldowney pops a nice little pass inside, but pressure's coming on. Flaherty picks it up again. Sprays the point of the attack over towards the right wing. 2 minutes to go here. Ball goes in. It almost breaks off the hands there, Brian Moran. Is he fouled? Play on is the call. He's gobbled up now, surrounded by 2. And big roar off the Caherlistrane bench. They've won
great
the free
defending. You'd have to hand it to them there. You know, Monivea tried very, very hard to get the ball inside, and the ball did go in, and Monivea player picked it up. But in fairness, the work rate of the Caherlistrane lads was powerful. 2 or 3 of them around him made him foul the ball, and it's a free out.
A minute and a half of normal time to go, and it's Caherlistrane who lead by 1-8 to 10 points. They're on the attack again. Jonathan McGrath pops the ball down the line, back towards Morris, the goal scorer. What a big moment in the second half that was, because Monivea just got a 4-point advantage. He just brought his side back into the game.
Bit of keep ball needed here now from Caherlistrane, you know, with the clock pushing up towards the 30-minute mark.
That's what they're doing at the moment. Out towards Keneally, out the left wing, gets a good hit, but drives forward. He's such a powerful runner. He's found a pocket of space again. Punches it down the line. Caherlistrane edging forward. Still we're going. Joe Monaghan coming through, encouraged to shoot. He does shoot. And why wouldn't he? It's up over the bar. Caherlistrane by 2. A minute of action plus additional time to be added on here in Tuam Stadium. Big score. Big moment. They told him he was well able to do it.
That was right.
And he did it.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe. You're well able to do it. Why wouldn't you do it? And he certainly did it.
Monivea trying to quickly get the ball forward here. 2 minutes of additional time to be added. And those Monivea shirts are starting to swarm forward towards the Caherlistrane goal. Comes over
They need
towards
a goal,
Darragh Burke.
really, at this
Darragh
stage.
Burke is blocked. Great block there by Coyne. And he's fouled and he wins the free out. Big moments in the game.
And they need a goal now at this stage. There's no doubt about it because, you know, with just 2 minutes left on the clock and we're into the 30th minute now, you know, 2 points behind. That was a vital score from Joe Monaghan. A really good score. And again, Ronan Keneally was involved in that. You know, he made the burst forward and made the pass inside Joe Monaghan. And there's no doubt about it, he's been the man of the match.
He's been absolutely exceptional. He's direct running. He seems to find eye of the needle runs and spaces, and the last score came from that, from another powerful run of his. And Caherlistrane on the attack again. Oisin O'Brien, another player to have a fine game. Holding the ball, mind the ball is the call. We're at that. We've hit the hour mark, just almost 20 seconds into it, into additional time of 2 minutes. And Caherlistrane now, possession very much vital. They've met it into contact. They're still holding it. O'Brien now, still running. He's intercepted by Paul O'Flaherty, but comes back off his ungrateful hands. And it's a sideline ball to Caherlistrane. Jonathan McGrath on it. He's going to leave it here for O'Brien. And this might be long towards Darcy. It is. Monivea had to push everyone up, so there is room. Darcy pops back the shoulder towards Morris. Morris strikes, and that's game, set, and match. Beautiful score. And Caherlistrane, they're going to secure their first 2 points of the championship. A 3-point advantage. 1-10 to Monivea's 10 points. About a minute.
Monivea need a goal. There's a minute left.
There's a minute left, but it would take a all-out attack. The big men, I see Mullins there, who started off at full forward, has parked himself in front of the square there in the town end. But Monivea need to get the ball in. Muldowney is fouled there by Joe Monaghan. They'll be happy with that. Garvey now, and you'll see the maroon, the shirts of Monivea in around the house. That's where it's going, in towards Mullins. He's fighting for the ball. He catches it. Will he take the mark? He's still fouled. He's surely fouled. He does get the free in. Now they have his decision to make. He tries to blaze it quickly, trying to get it more central. And then there's a push and a bit of handbags off the ball. But with 15 seconds left, this pretty much it. And it's just that unfortunate where it mightn't be that far out. But the angle is going to be the killer here, you feel.
Yeah, and it's the sub that's going to take it, Glenn Kelly.
He's going to drive it towards goal. He does. And he's put it to the right-hand side and wide. Everyone ducked for cover. Took a sigh of relief. Half the crowd thought it was in.
I saw it hitting the net, but it was the stopper net behind the goal that it hit. You know, so wide, unfortunately. So that's another wide for Monivea Abbey. They're third in the second half here, and I'd say that the referee is going to call for the ball now, and it'll be a victory for Caherlistrane.
They've certainly gone the hard way around this. Keane boots it out. Still on we go. But that's a great catch out there by Lawless. Takes the mark a little bit belatedly. Referee isn't really sure what's going on here. More disputing about a mark. I think he's just going to throw it in the end.
Yeah, the referee was right. He won the ball and then he went to play it on. And then he decided to call the mark. And, you know, that's not the way you do it.
Okay, but he's won the ball back. The big beast of a midfielder catches it back. Smiling at his opponents there. It's almost job done. Unless Caherlistrane absolutely blow this, they're going to secure their first points. Keneally, and there we go. There is full time here in Tuam Stadium. It's victory for Caherlistrane, 1-10 to Monivea Abbey's 10 points. Hard fought victory, a very lively game. So many twists and turns. You think about the Morris goal. After it looked like Monivea had got things back on track, it was a 4-point advantage for a game that had ebbed and flowed in the first half. 2 points are up at half time. That goal was such a big moment.
Yeah, it was a crucial goal, and it was so well taken as well. You have to hand it to him. And we shouldn't forget that Ronan Keneally was involved in that. He played the ball initially to Oisin O'Brien, and O'Brien set it up by playing it out to the right hand side to Morris, who cut through, you know, where there was acres of space, and he cut through and he put it in the back of the net, and there was no chance at all for Dennis Farrer in the goal to stop it. Crucially, a key score. It made it 8 points to 1-4, 8 minutes gone. And then Monivea lost Jamie Burke to a black card, and that gave the edge to the Caherlistrane side. And physically, they were just that bit bigger all the way through. You'd have to say like that they had, you know, the likes of Shane O'Brien, big tall men, and Shane O'Brien. They had Stephen Lawless, Shane Bone, Keane Darcy, Oisin O'Brien, Rory Glynn, all big men, Jonathan, and they made the difference, just that physical size. And we did say at the very start, you know, initially when we were talking about this, and you talk about Caherlistrane, You know, a lot of people would look at them as the underdogs, but I've said it time and time again, and you agreed with me, that when it comes to the first game of the championship, that's when they're at their most dangerous, and they showed it here today. They were certainly at their most dangerous, and deservedly they've won this one by a goal. It's 1-10 for Caherlistrane and 10 points for Monivea, Abbey Knockboy.
Yeah, and that Group C, which we described as being wide open, is a full round of fixtures complete. Victories for Milltown, St Michael's and Caherlistrane. Don't forget a set of fixtures to come again next weekend. But here at the Tuam Stadium in the first of the double-header, victory for Caherlistrane, 1-10 to Monivea Abbey's 10 points. We're going to take a little break, then you'll see some match full-time highlights, and we'll be back very, very shortly where the attention switches back to Group B, and what a battle is going to be in store. Defending champions Montbellier Mylaw taking on Annadown. Will John Daly be battling up against Damien Comer? So many big names on both sides there, described by Manny as a tie of the round. Both teams are out for their warm-ups here, but we'll be back very, very shortly for that game. Stay with us.